Oh, okay. So, since this is my first video, there will likely be no one here. So, this is just me basically talking to myself right now until you guys find me. I may look a little bit like who did it and why right now, but I have a tiny bit of makeup on, a little bit of lipstick. I just came back from a hike. So, and when I say hike, I walked very little, but it was nice to connect with nature in a feminine way with a little bit of makeup, do my hair. I think that this world, when you are put in a situation where the men in your life are not stepping up and being masculine, it forces you out of your feminine. And I have been relearning how to be in my feminine, and it's been quite a journey. And I needed it. It saved my life. Otherwise, I don't want to do it anymore. Obviously, I'd still do my life. I just wasn't very happy. And I'm finally starting to find happiness in the little things. Like before, doing my makeup, doing my hair, doing these things was just such a chore. And now I'm starting to slowly feel alive and finding my girlhood. And I think it's important for women in general to find their womanhood. Even if you're a tomboy, you can still be a tomboy, a feminine tomboy, if that makes sense. You can still be divinely who you are as whatever the hell you want. I think that's pretty feminine. So I've been taking care of my diet, getting supplements, and making sure that I wake up and I feel pretty. I went to bed in nice jammies, matching set. I made sure I moisturized and used some kind of oils on my skin the night before. Little things. Because right now, this is the learning part of becoming feminine again. And it was important. I still haven't done the spells that I want to. I'm working on doing some self-love and glamour magic so that I can fully claim my femininity. Anemone. I hope you guys, if you ever do go live in your life for the first time when nobody knows anything about you, how awkward it is. I can't wait to look back at this as my first video. So I started this channel as like a passion project, just kind of like a documentary almost of my journey in finding my divine feminine. I think you guys, it doesn't hit as much because you guys didn't really see from where I truly started. And I think the reason why nobody got to see me from where I truly started is because I was spiraling. I was very much not in a good place. It's not good when you are carrying the weight of a man. And that same man pushes you down and makes you feel horrible. And you become this victim and you have to find your way, claw your way out, essentially, out of victimhood back into your power. And that's been basically the first half of this journey. And when you're in that space, you have no energy, like none. So this kind of thing, unthinkable, maybe just a month ago. So this was very impulse. I have no notes. I am just talking and I'm just existing. But I'm going to keep doing that because I think it's genuine and it's real to me. And eventually I'll attract the ones that get it. But yeah. My name isn't actually Selena Kyle. That's Catwoman. I mean, I feel like for a while it's okay to keep my life a little bit more private. Eventually, everybody, the internet sleuths will sleuth. So I don't care. This is just me right now. My introduction is just, it's a very vulnerable one, but one that doesn't divulge my whole life because I don't think anyone really cares. I think the meat and potatoes of this video is really just that. I'm a human being who lost herself in a masculine role, and I need to find myself back in my feminine because I was born a woman and I felt very much like I was carrying the fattest dick. Fat. Big old dick. Big dick energy. Just swinging that thing. Throwing it over my shoulder. Carrying it around. Personalized wheelbarrow. And it made other men pretty jealous. This is a joke. I told my friends that I was going to be doing a YouTube channel about my transition into being a girl. And they were like, they're going to think that you're transgender. And I'm like, you know what? I feel it. I feel very transgender. I feel very much like I'm cutting off my big fat dick. And I'm embracing my lady parts. So, yeah. That's what it is. Well, so little by little, you'll see me transform, leveling up, and just doing my thing. I'm going to be the guinea pig to all of the things that I believe, and everybody will see it as time goes on. So whether or not you believe in magic, whether or not you believe in attraction, whether or not you believe in being in your divine feminine, or maybe you're curious. Well, this is the journey. And I'm not here to teach anybody anything. I just feel like, yeah, you could probably learn from me if you, after time, after seeing the impact that it has on me, maybe it'll motivate. But really, this is a lot more for me in seeing that progress in a more vulnerable and visible position. I think it holds me a little bit more accountable for it so that I can stay consistent. I have to be consistent, and I have been, because you got to go work out. You got to take care of your skin. I'm almost 30. I will be 30 this year. And I feel like I don't look too bad for that. I have had no work. Not that having work is a bad thing. Like, please do the work. I'm not one of those people who shames surgery or anything to better your confidence. Do it. Do it, baby girl. Level up. do that thing that makes you feel like tea. I love that. And in this time that I'm finding my femininity, I'm becoming more of a girl's girl, if that makes sense. I mean, not every girl is fantastic, but I find myself understanding women more and more and more every day. And that's because I'm connecting to my feminine. And those who get it, and you align like pretty quickly. You're just like, baby girl. It's been nice. I I have done a lot to get to this point, even though it feels like I'm still pretty close to the bottom. And you always feel that way when you're coming out of like a deep pit of, I would say, depression. Um, but I don't know. I don't know what I would call it. Just your mind is not feeling very healthy. So you need to give your mind the healthy stuff. That makes sense. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling because I'm talking to myself. Um, yeah. So I'm kind of like a jack of all trades. I like to do creative things. Not saying that I'm the best at them, but I do a lot. So I'll be also showcasing some of the fun things that I do because a lot of it is pretty feminine when you get to explore your hobbies and you're not constantly in this girl bossing thing. Um, I do say though, um, I do strongly believe in women having their own thing. I just, I feel in my heart that the most feminine way to go about this is if you find a way to do your own thing, but not really have to do it. So if you have somebody in your life who takes care of you, preferably somebody in their masculine who can help you, or maybe a few, um, you know, helps you start that business, helps you do something for yourself, whether you need to do it or not. I do love feeling independent, and I think that's part of the level up. And I think that's my journey right now, and finding out how to have my own things in a feminine way, because I already did it very masculine, where I felt like I was building an empire with my pants on and my big fat dick, you know. And now I'm like, how can I do that in my soft girl era? And that's, I don't know, straightening my hair. It looks a little wonky right now because I told you I was outside, but I still did my hair. Um, these little things, they go a long way when you're consistent with them, and it's nice. I bought my first clip-in hair extensions ever, like recently. I watch YouTube tutorials now on how to do makeup for my specific face. I feel like I have the hooded eyes thing. So like if I hold my eye and I try to do an eyeliner, it'll look crazy. But if I just do my eyeliner with a straight face, I can give myself this elongated cat eye look, and boom, elevated, leveled up. Little things. Discovering your face, discovering what to do for you, figuring out you. I feel like that is the biggest homework that we have, to learn about ourselves and do the best with what we got. I'm doing the best with what I got. And loving yourself. That's why I think, you know, And that's why I haven't really done the spells yet, because I've always, in some degree, loved myself. Like, no matter what. Even though I gained a good amount of weight, I went through pretty sad times, and I felt uh, uncomfortable in my skin. I still loved my skin. I still loved me. And I think a lot of that helped pull me out. And I think that has to do with a little bit of, I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I just always felt that way. A little bit of love for myself. And thanks to that, I never really had to do any spells for it. But I feel like I will be doing the spells, and it's going to heighten what I already feel. And then I'll be like, oh, yeah. Step by step, day by day, doing the damn thing. No victims, no victim mentality. Just taking control of my life as I am. And yeah, so this video is kind of just a little bit of a hi everybody. There's nobody here. But hi everybody. Eventually, you guys will see me, and you'll see the difference. Even if like I get no viewers for a long time, and then the next time I post, I'm like, oh, you'll look back at this video like, shit, that is some effort. Nice level up, baby girl. Yeah. I do strongly believe that if you are looking for guidance, like real guidance, and not just a little motivation by seeing me, I recommend Shura. I recommend her magic channel, Ashura Goddess. Been very helpful for me. Really helped me a lot. And I don't know. I don't know what else I would recommend. Some reading, some learning about the universe and the secrets. I feel like you can get a lot of that at Ashura's channel too. I'll talk about some of things eventually. But I've never felt like much of an expert because I've always just read very sparingly. And my memory of a lot of things, I like, when you know something, but you can't really articulate it very well for other people. I'm not really much of a teacher. I'm just a knower. That makes sense. But I can touch on a few topics, but I do not claim to be no dang expert. Not me. If you want experts, there are books. There are experts. I'm a knower. And yeah. Oh, what am I saying? I mean, okay. So because it's been so draining and up until this point, it's still pretty tough. But up until this point, my intuition and my gut has been very difficult to hear. So I have been consulting pretty often whenever I feel fog with my cards, just the regular tarot cards, just I forget what it's called when it's just I don't know, the classic one. I think it's English. See what I mean? Like, I know, but my brain is like, we don't remember right now. Anyway, yeah. So a lot of the tough stuff, I ask the questions. I'm not blindly led by anything. I know that I am the one who decides my life. It's just a nice tool to have that connects you with something greater, with that vision that you can't really see, at that moment, and it helps. Always try to do the most positive and most aligned thing for yourself. And that is easier said than done, but it's better to try than just keep living like crap. If that makes sense. Still talking to myself. Crazy. It feels crazy. But this is like my inner monologue pretty often in the day. I'm kind of treating this how I chat with my homegirls. Sometimes I'll just be talking. It's nice because they at least are talking to me too, and then they're funny and they have feedback, but I'm literally talking to myself right now. But hey, one day, one day, one day, somebody else is gonna watch this. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna make this video too long because it's the first one. This already feels pretty long, but this I think is a lot of the meat and the potatoes of a good intro to this whole thing that I'm creating right now. Yeah. So stay tuned eventually, people who do eventually see this. Bye, y'all.